What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is ILIANA. So in today's video, I am so excited, and I feel like I say I'm excited in all my videos, but today I am beyond excited because I literally ran to Ulta. I have a little bag right here. It is the new Moondust palette from Urban Decay. They released two of these, and the one I got was the Space Rider eyeshadow palette. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with Moondust from Urban Decay, they have like those little single shadows. They have like Space Cowgirl, Space Cowgirl, Space Cowboy, all those. The most popular one that I'm like familiar with is the Space Cowboy. Everybody would rave about it, and I could never get my hands on it for whatever reason. My store just never really got many in, and as soon as they were in, they were out. So people would buy this and take it off the shelves. They announced that they were doing a little Moondust palette, which is a quad. There's 4 of the Moondust shadows, so like the single ones, but in a palette now. So I was like, what? So I'm so excited to jump into this. So we're just going to be focusing on the eyes. I literally have everything else done already. Literally just focusing on the eyes. This bad boy needed its own review, so let's dive in. So a little backstory on these Moondust shadows. So each one individually is actually $24. I'm looking at it right now, and on the Ulta website it does say the singles for the Moondust glitter shadows are $24. Now this one is a quad, so that means there are 4 of them in here, and this retailed for $39. So it's a little bit less than pretty much like $10 a shadow, which is really honestly a good deal. You get 4 of them for $39 instead of 1 for $24. This is what the packaging looks like. Everything about this is just beautiful. I'm telling you guys, I literally see so many people wearing Space Cowboy on their like lids as a topper, and it looks so pretty, and I just can never get my hands on it. And I saw this palette and my heart just really wanted it. I haven't even opened it or anything. It's literally brand new. I ran to the Ulta and bought this, and this is what it looks like. This is so stunning. Like, I'm so obsessed with everything about it. Let's open her up. So this right here is the Moondust palette in its glory. And opening it on up, it does have a little mirror in here, but this is what the shades look like. I have this light right in front, and I'm trying to get like the shades. They're the 4 shades. Okay, so right on the back of my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch each one of these. So this first one in the palette is Star Cowgirl, and this one has a little bit of a gold reflect on it. These are so beyond pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that. These are more like toppers is what I mean, everybody can use makeup in whatever way they want. I would use these as toppers, which is how I'm gonna actually use them today. I might use 2-3 shades in the palette, but this first one, beautiful. This is Star Cowgirl. Now this is the famous Space Cowboy right here. So this one is basically like the one that I see everybody using. It has such a unique like undertone in it. It's so hard to tell. It's like just like a wet look on the eyelid, but it's so pretty. Like every time I see this on somebody, it just looks so gorgeous. And I always ask people, what is it on your eyelid? And they always say Space Cowboy. So here they are, the first 2 side by side, and I mean, you can't tell me that these do not look absolutely stunning. Like, they're so pretty. Then we have this one that has a little bit more of a pink undertone. This is the Wild Dipper Rides Again. This is Wild Dipper Rides Again, and it has that pink undertone. A little bit of a copper, but more of a pinky. And let's go ahead and swatch this one right here. Like literally, you guys, these are so buttery, so smooth. Like, I wish you guys can see them in person because it looks so pretty. This is gonna be like my new go-to palette. I love putting like a matte shade on my lid, throwing on a little bit of glitter on top. I've just been really into glitter shades lately. And this, baby, we're gonna be using this every day. This last one is more of a golden, bronzier look, but it has a little bit of a cool undertone in it. This is in Cosmic Space Dust. So like I said, a little bit of a cooler undertone, but still very pretty. And I'm going to swatch this right on this side right here. So buttery and so smooth. Like these shades, you guys, I'm not even kidding you. This is probably one of the best formulas I have seen in a while. Now that's just swatching it. We do have to apply them on the actual eyes to see what they're all about, but so far I'm so content with this palette. I knew that this palette was not going to disappoint, so let's go ahead and start playing around with them and start applying some stuff on the lids. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of create a little bit of a base of a shadow, nothing too crazy. It's going to be completely matte, and then we're going to kind of throw those on as toppers. I do have this palette. It's Lash Step. I actually got this in my I think my Ipsy bag this month. I don't remember if it was Ipsy or BoxyCharm, but it was one of those, and it's an all matte eyeshadow palette. Totally reminds me of the Makeup by Mario palette, and I've tried it already. I've been using this, and it's actually really good. Okay, so I want to do kind of more like nude tones, like these guys down here, and just kind of apply it all over the lid and create like a base color, and then we'll go in with the Moondust palette. So it just kind of creates a little bit of dimension in the eye without going too dark, because I want kind of a little bit of a contrast with the glitter shades on top. So, you know, just a little bit of color. Make sure to blend those edges nice and smooth. You can literally do this even with like your bronzer shade. Just add a little bit of like dimension and color onto the lid and we're good to go. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's go in and we have to dive into Space Cowboy. Like, that's no question about it. I'm gonna go ahead and probably dip in with my fingers at first. Let's first go in with some Space Cowboy. This is so pretty. It has like a wet look to it. I don't even think I need to put my brush on it because it looks so stunning like that. I'm gonna do Space Cowboy all over this lid as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a little bit of a flat brush, and right like in the center, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this Star Cowgirl just to kind of see what we're dealing with. So right in the center, I'm actually putting a little bit of the Star Cowgirl to really like emphasize the middle of the lid. I think that applying these with your fingers is gonna be best than with a brush. I feel like with a brush, the type of formula, it's like really thin, and I think that a brush isn't gonna necessarily give you the same effect, like the same wet effect that I'm kind of going for. I mean, is that not like the prettiest thing you have ever seen in your life? My eyes literally have a very pretty wet look and I'm obsessed. It doesn't look clumpy. It literally just like, it was so buttery and smooth and applied very nicely. I did kind of go in a little bit with a brush, and I feel like with the brush it didn't really pick up that pigment like I wanted to, because this has a very unique formula. It's very like finely like press. It's so thin and fine that the powder on a brush, I feel like it won't pick up as beautifully as you would want it to. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some lashes, and then I'll show you what the final look looks like. All right, you guys, I am back. I threw on some lashes, put on a little mascara, and that was it because my makeup was pretty much done already. And I have to say, I am so in love with this palette. It is so beautiful, and I felt like it just needed to have a little quick review, a quick demo on how it works. I feel like my eyes look so stunning, and I think this palette is gonna be one of those perfect palettes for holiday season. I definitely think I'm gonna be using this all the time coming into, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas, especially New Year's, all of those like type of events and looks. I feel like this is gonna be that staple palette for those looks. Give this so far a double thumbs up. It totally lives up to everything that everybody has ever told me about Space Cowboy and all of the Moondust colors. Looks so pretty. I'm going to continue using this because I am honestly just like obsessed. They do have another palette option with 4 other colors, but this is the one that I wanted because it does have that Space Cowboy in here, and that's the shade that I really wanted to use. So I think $39 for 4 of them, considering one is $24, is a really good deal. I think this is going to be a perfect holiday palette, and I'm just so excited to keep using it. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you guys enjoyed today's look, and I will see you guys very soon.